All right, Big County Preps here. We're with Strawberry Crest Chargers head coach Todd Donohoe. Todd, Coach Donohoe, is this your first head coaching job at a high school level?
No, actually I was a head coach at Dunedin High School in the 90s, late 90s, and that was my alma mater. So I got about 4 years over there, over in Pinellas County.
Are they the Fighting Highlanders?
The Falcons.
The Falcons. Okay, well, I know Dunedin is all about the Scottish heritage. Well, Coach, you came over to Strawberry Crest. Last year was the first year for football, correct? Okay. Basically, how do you implement your philosophy starting from scratch like that?
I think a big part of that is surrounding yourself with a lot of coaches that have the same philosophy. And coming from Armwood, we're fortunate to have guys that I coached or coaches over there, like I said, with similar philosophies, and we brought a lot of those coaches in, and then pick and choose. Obviously, there are a lot of people that want it to be a really nice school, so went through a lot of interview processes, and try to surround myself with a lot of great coaches. So get a lot of the same guys with the same beliefs, and that's a big part of what we're trying to do is have people that have the same vision.
Can you name some of your assistant coaches and name some of the obviously when you start from scratch like this, you do have to take on your experience from what you know. So not only your assistant coaches, but who would you say you've looked to take from and pattern your team and your program after starting from scratch here?
Sure. Coaches on our staff, Miles Belinsky from Armwood, John Kelly. Miles is offensive line. John Kelly's offense coordinator. Josh Alston, defensive line. Phil Brew, linebackers. Todd Gicker, wide receivers coach. Marcus Brown, defensive line. Glenn Gross, linebacker. We have 16 coaches.
Right.
Very fortunate to have a lot of great coaches. I tried when I got the job to have 2 coaches for each position, just in case, because you do have a lot of volunteers. If one volunteer coach is out, then you have another coach that's able to, you don't really skip a beat with your practices. I could go on and continue to name them, but
and who would you say some philosophies that you borrowed? Coach Callahan, maybe?
Yeah, Coach Callahan, tremendous coach, and that whole staff over at Armwood. Nothing but respect. I learned a lot over there. Chris Taylor, Matt Thompson, TJ LaFlamboy, Coach Callahan, Corey Peterson, a lot of great coaches over there, and I don't want to miss anybody, but just a bunch of tremendous coaches. I learned some great things from coaches in Pinellas County too. Very fortunate to work with Pete Just when I first started out at Dunedin. Great coach. Rick Rodriguez over at Largo. Largo is a great coach. Tom Bostic at Clearwater. So, been fortunate to work with a lot of good people.
Last year you played an abbreviated schedule, is that correct?
Yes.
And your record was?
We were 3-7 last year.
Oh, you did play? You played 10 games last year?
We played 10 games.
Oh, okay.
We had 3 junior varsity games, Armwood, Plant City, and Durant. And we had 7 varsity games. We played Steinbrenner twice. We split with Steinbrenner. They beat us at the beginning of the year, and then we beat them at the end of the year. Great games both times, could have gone either way. So we won 3 games, going in the right direction. We had the youngest team in the county. We mostly 9th graders last year. More than half our team was freshmen. And thank goodness everybody's back, and they know how we do things, and they know the format. Yeah, we won a few games. We're going to hopefully build on that this year.
Coach Donohoe, before fall camp started, or maybe right at the beginning of fall camp, I'm sure you gathered your team together and had a talk with them. Did you describe to them what your expectations were for the 2010 Chargers?
Well, our focus from day one has been to get better every day. With every drill, every practice, every game, everything that we do, whether they're in the classroom, out in the community, it's about being a better person every day. And I know that's kind of cliche, but that's what we're trying to do. Is in terms of building a program, is to improve, because you really don't have a place that in terms of we started at this point and we want to get to this point. We're not really trying to set a bar in terms of this is what we want. We just want to focus on getting better. Obviously, winning more than 3 games would be a step in that direction, but it's not even always about wins and losses as making them better men in terms of getting better, being a better person. So, nobody wants to win more than my staff and my players, but we're more focused really about just being better every day in every way possible.
Are you achieving that goal so far this fall?
I think so. I do. We do skill sessions every day, X's and O's on the whiteboard. Real big on teaching. I'm very fortunate, like I said, to have a lot of great coaches, a lot of knowledge in terms of X's and O's. And, the more time we can spend in the summer or during the workouts, after the workouts, rather than just lifting and going home, we can spend that time after lifting and teaching. It makes it a lot easier going into this part of the season. Fall, at this point, our kids know all the coverages, a lot of blitz and stunts and things of that nature, to where we feel going into week 1 we're a lot more prepared. So the teaching side of things is one of those things that we're constantly working on.
Your kickoff preseason game, who will you be facing?
So we're going to play Heritage High School, and they're on the other coast, another new school. And
will that be here?
It's actually going to be on the other coast. We'll be out of county. It's about a 2.5-hour drive. Give our kids, we're actually going to have varsity and JV this year, so our varsity guys will get a chance to make their first real road trip, other than going to Steinbrenner, which is a road trip. But in terms of leaving the county and things of that nature, they get a real road trip and get to see somebody from a different area.
Outside of football, did you draw on anything from your entire life to prepare you to start a football program from scratch? Because I know you coached football and I know you coached as a head coach at a high school level, but it can't prepare you for starting a program from nothing. What did you draw on to maybe get yourself mentally prepared for the long path?
I think, the last 5 years being over at Armwood and just seeing how they run their program. And I was a head coach at 26. So I was very young over in Pinellas. And, I learned quite a few things real quick. And then being over at Armwood, picked up a lot of things in terms of being able to improve on. So in terms of with a new program, it was really about running a lot of the same program we did at Armwood and surrounding ourselves with the right staff. Same philosophies, same type of offense, same type of defense, obviously tweaking a little bit here and there around the type of kids that we have, but it really wasn't as difficult as people might think, because like I said, I had a lot of great coaches, and I can't stress enough about the kids at Strawberry Crest. Just terrific kids. If we say we want you to do this, it's yes sir, and they're going to do it. They're not even going to think about it. Just great attitude, great work ethic. That's a big part of it. When you got kids that are willing to work for you, and you got coaches with the same beliefs and philosophies, it really makes a transition pretty easy.
All right, Coach. Well, on behalf of Big County Preps, bigcountypreps.com, we wish the Strawberry Crest Chargers all the luck this year, and I hope you do well. And thanks again for having us.
We appreciate you guys coming out, and the fact that you're helping kids is instrumental, and we appreciate all of that. We really do.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.